There you go. Wait. Boom! With your own freaking gun.
That's a mile, baby. With totally tapped out. These guys kind of giving me range and reference and just... Hey, welcome to Hooked on Utah. We have got a great adventure for you. We're right here in Price, Utah. I've got my good buddy Bryce Bergen with me, and today is all about long-range shooting. We're going to teach you the basics and help you and me get out beyond 1,000 yards. So sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's shooting adventure. All right, Bryce, so we're down here at the 100-yard range. This is step one. End goal today is to try to get me out to 1,000 yards or beyond. So where are we going to start?
I think we're going to have to start with zeroing. So growing up as a kid, not knowing what I know now, we would zero our rifles maybe once a year, right before the hunting season. And even if we zeroed it last year, we didn't really think about going out and zeroing. But knowing what I know now, you absolutely have to know where you're starting from. It makes no sense to go and make adjustments for different distances if you aren't zeroed at a particular distance. So most long-range shooters with a centerfire rifle are going to zero at 100 yards. So we're going to make sure we're zeroed at 100 yards. That's always the place we start.
Okay, let's get her done.
I'm less concerned about hitting my bullseye as I am about putting as many shots in as small of a group as I possibly can. Because if I can do that, all I have to do is make an adjustment here and here, and I can move that group to where I want to be, and then I'm accurate. So precision first, then accuracy. Okay. That also comes down to the body. So a lot of people ask me, what caliber should I buy? And they always want to buy these big magnums. When you look at the guys that shoot, world records or shoot professionally, they tend to shoot smaller and smaller calibers. And the reason that is they're able to fire that rifle and watch their own bullet travel through the air or watch their impact on a target. So one of the things that's very difficult with a big rifle is you've got to be able to manage that recoil to have any chance of spotting your own shot and also, seeing, where that's going and making a correction yourself, because no one's going to be as good of a spotter as you are for yourself, right? Okay. Another key thing to remember is what we call natural point of aim. So I never want you to be trying to activate muscles to get the gun over where you want it to be. I want you to move the gun where it's on the target as close as possible, get behind it, get comfortable, get relaxed, so that when you're just relaxed, sitting there, everything's just cozy and you're not moving any muscles, your crosshair is as close to on the target as possible. That's going to help in ensuring that everything stays where it needs to be. And also, anytime you're moving muscles or flexing muscles to get into position, those muscles are going to eventually get tired, you're going to have more movement and so on. So some of those things are going to help you be more consistent.
Hooked on Utah is proudly presented. Yeah, you're pretty much right there in that dot. Yeah, you completely missed or went through the same hole, so.
Now that hole just got a little bigger.
Yeah, I'll give you the benefit on that one.
How's it look?
Yep, same hole.
Should we keep doing this or are you getting bored?
I think you're zeroed.
One of the things you'll notice that's different about long-range shooters' rifles is they'll have a bubble level on there. And if they don't, they should. You can actually go on YouTube and search why every rifle needs a bubble level on my YouTube channel. And I do an amazing video that covers this. I've got a camera on through the scope, at the bubble level, at the target, down at the target, zoomed out of the target, And I just go through and move the bubble at different stages of the spirit level, and it's amazing how much of a difference it makes. If it's off to the far side, I missed a 24-inch target at 1,000 yards by almost 1.5 feet. When I brought it into just splitting the line, I still missed the target by about 6 inches, 10 inches. And then when I finally got the bubble at least within the 2 lines, I was hitting the edge of the target, but it had to be dead center for me to hit that target every time. Bing. This time I'm just going to go slightly off, so I'm going to put the bubble just on the left side of the line. Miss. We hit the rock just off the target. Once again, a miss. So even having it, you know, still close, still is throwing me off of the target. Now granted, I am hitting on the right edge of the target anyways, but if this was a little bit smaller target, then, you know, we'd be missing just the same. So it's really important to have a bubble level on your scope, but also to have your scope leveled, because we're making adjustments in the scope and changing our point of aim. We're adjusting that elevation line down so that we can aim higher. So if we have it tilted, when I make an adjustment that's supposed to be elevation, it actually becomes a windage adjustment. I'm pushing it off to the left or to the right. So oftentimes if I see a guy that's hitting the target and all of a sudden he's missing to the side, I'll say, have you checked your level? And oftentimes they've forgotten to level up their gun before they fire the shot. So one of the easiest, cheapest ways to establish a nice level gun or nice level scope is to take and just get a little spirit level like this and draw a line on a piece of paper. You can even do it in your basement. And take and go back to your gun. And I'm just gonna make sure that my crosshairs line up with that back there. And then I'm gonna cinch everything in and get my scope leveled.
All right, so Bryce, we just finished up zeroing our rifles out at the 100-yard range. Took a minute for me. You were dialed in, shot through the same hole. Now we are out to the 1,000-yard range. So what's step 2, 3, 4 in getting me out to 1,000?
So the first step, we know we got to get 0. We're going to go and dial in all the information about where our scope is in relationship to our barrel, put it in our ballistics app, get our velocity and so on. That's going to give us the data we need to adjust our scope and get us at 100, 200, 300, all the way out to 1,000.
Awesome. Here we go, man. I cannot wait to do it. I want to go home with one of those 1,000-yard stickers. Okay, so Bryce is getting ready to shoot. Now, Bryce, you pulled open your app and you punched in some numbers and you're checking a few things. What are we doing?
So I'm going to give you the simple answer here, right? So this app is $10. If you know your bullet, the weight of it, the ballistic coefficient of it, how fast it's going, and a couple things like the distance from your scope to your barrel, things like that. This will actually pull in the weather from the local weather station, and it'll give you your drop. It'll only give you your drop, but you can tell it where the wind's coming from, how fast the wind's going. It'll tell you what to hold for wind. It'll even tell you how much energy the bullet's going to have at a particular distance, how long it's going to take to get there, and how fast it's going to go when it gets there. See what happens. About 2 inches low again. Bingo. You see where it hit?
Yes, it's favoring left. You're about 0.2 left.
Bingo. Impact. That was about 6 inches low, right? Impact. That was about 6 inches low, right? 3.3. I'm going to go 3.4, maybe 3.5. Impact. Impact.
About 6 inches low. Impact. Impact.
Right through his neck.
Yeah.
Bing.
0.3 low.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Bing.
0.3 low.
The cool thing that I can do now is I can actually use my app, and it told me to dial a certain number for a certain distance. I know that my bullet actually did something a little different. So I can go in and actually punch that into my app, and it'll reverse the mathematics and tell me how fast my bullet's going, or it adjusts the ballistic coefficient. One of those two things need to change. Either the bullet isn't quite as slippery, or it's not going as fast, or it's going slower, or whatever, but we can actually account for that here, and it's called truing to really get perfect data.
All right, Bryce, so you've set me up with a different gun. What are we doing?
So you're shooting a 223 AR-15 that has popped a milk jug at 1,500 yards. Pretty awesome little gun. So we've got your dope chart here. I've written down your dope, or your distance, your dope, in other words, your elevation adjustment, and then this is going to be your wind adjustment for roughly the wind that we have. We got great wind today, about 2, 3, 4 mile an hour, so it really shouldn't be too bad. So you're going to hold with the reticle, and you're going to dial with the turret, and do a nice, easy trigger squeeze, follow through. You're going to hit these targets all the way up to 1,000 with a 223.
Okay.
Is that easy?
That's easy. So we'll go out to 300, and my dope here is 1.2, so I'm already at 0.4.
Correct, yep.
So I'm going to go over to 1 point. There's 1, 2.
Yep, you got it.
And my windage is 0.2.
Yep, we hold wind, we don't dial wind, because too often you'll dial incorrectly, you'll dial the wrong way. Holding wind makes more sense, plus the wind changes too often. It's better to hold it.
Okay, here we go. 300.
Bingo. Bingo.
Okay, there was 3. So 400 is 2.1.
Correct. Bingo. Dead center.
Okay.
Maybe an inch high. Bingo. Dead center.
Okay, and 500 is out. Circle target out to the left.
Yep. It's the first circle.
Here we go. Sending.
Bingo. Dead center. Bingo. Dead center.
I got to tell you what, this is awesome. Bryce makes it so easy because he's got thousands and thousands of hours of teaching and understanding the dope, ballistics. Really cool, because I would be trial and error the whole time trying to get out there. So now we're going to go out to 6, 4.4.
Correct.
There's 4 and 4.4, and our wind hold at 6 is 0.4.
600 yards with a 223, huh?
Pretty incredible. All right, so
It's the second circle.
second circle,
Correct.
wind is right to left, right?
Correct. So you'll hold over towards the right edge.
Okay, here we go.
Bingo. Dead center.
Dead center.
Bingo. Dead center.
Dead center.
Bingo.
No way.
I watched
awesome.
the bullet fly all the way in. I actually thought it went left. I think you may have hit just a little left on the target.
Little left?
Maybe. Oh, I can see it now. It's about an inch left.
Okay.
Bingo.
All right, and my wind hold is 0.9.
Okay. Let's see what that does. Bing!
Bingo.
Bing!
Here's the cool thing. You want to learn to shoot long range. Bryce has got an incredible school. He's going to help you set your gun up, and that's one of the most important parts right there. We talked about it early on, having the equipment set up the correct way. And then the second is understanding how to range, the dope, all of that, because otherwise A guy could come out here and shoot a lot of rounds, maybe hit it once in a while, but not consistently do it. And I've never shot this gun before.
It all starts out with consistency. You've got to have everything done in the rifle to have consistent ammo, a consistent rifle, a consistent optic. Then we got to teach you how to be consistent. Then it's just a matter of punching in the data. If all your your starting numbers are good, then we make it happen. It's easy. The wind is the thing. We want to eliminate all variables and then deal with the wind.
So we're going to 1,000 now.
Yep.
Here we go.
That'd be about 8 inches.
Yeah, just basically right edge.
Right edge, yep.
Okay, here it goes, sending it.
Send it.
Got him.
Bing!
Got him.
Bing!
9 o'clock, perfect elevation.
Boom! Okay, so there's another great example of how, working with Bryce, with my rifle that's, it's not a true long-range rifle, but it's had some work done to it. This is a rifle you could go buy at Sportsman's Warehouse and kind of set it up for hunting and some casual long-range shooting. But Bryce has got me out there all the way to 1,000 yards, and now I'm going to try a milk jug with this and see if I can hit it. I want the milk jug sticker with my own rifle, because his are like shooting laser beams from Star Wars.
So one thing you could point out here too is that you've got a turret that's dialed in for a particular bullet, speed, altitude, and temperature, which is great if that's what the temperature is and the altitude that you're at. But if it changes, it's going to vary a little bit.
Yep.
So the nice thing about coming to our class is you get to learn how to use the ballistics app that you can use in any condition. You can take this thing up in the woods, you know exactly what temperature it is, and you can be really confident. These are good, they get you close, but close can also miss you on a big bull elk, too.
And we would miss. So how can people get a hold of you for the class?
So you can go to longrangeshootofutah.com. You can shoot me an email at info@longrangeshootofutah.com. I not only help guys set up rifles and optics the whole bit, but we teach the classes, we do the Milk Jug Challenge. Lots of cool stuff.
Longrangeshootofutah.com. I'll put it up on the screen. Now, I'm going for a milk jug with my own rifle. Here we go.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah!
Milk jug.
Woo!
It took me 3 shots, but
3 shots.
that's satisfying because that's with my own rifle. Actually, rounds that I've loaded.
Oh, yeah!
Milk jug. Woo! The expertise right here gets you to the milk jug. So that's a milk jug at 1,000 yards. Check it out, baby. That's going on the truck right there. How awesome is that?
I got bad news, though. Now you got to go do this one.
Okay, so we're headed out to the 1 mile course right now, and these guys are going to show us how it's done, and I'm going to take a stab at a 1 mile shot. All right, Bryce, so far it's just been an epic day. What a blast. Got the milk jug challenge behind me, which was fun, 1,000 yards, then hit the milk jug. Now we've transitioned to a whole new playground.
Yep, we got Mirage coming up now, a lot of heat. So it's going to make it tough to see that target. It's going to move on us a little bit, but I think we can get it done at 1,500. We got a plate out there. How big is that plate, Mike? Like maybe 20,
18 inches?
18 or 20 inches. So we'll see if we can nail that sucker since we've maxed out the elevation on the scope.
Yep, I can only go out to 1,500 on my rifle, so we'll try 15, and then we'll move up to his sweet rifles and see if we can go out to a mile.
We'll get it done tomorrow.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
Boom. Bong! There's 2. It took a few extra rounds, but there's 2.
Bong!
Going out to a mile. Go!
1 mile, baby.
What you can't see is it's raining right now. The flags up here are showing something different than the flags down there at a mile away. It's just awesome, dude. I gotta tell you what, you guys, if you wanna learn to shoot long range, you wanna get a hold of Bryce, longrangeShootersofUtah.com. He'll either set you up with a gun, build you a gun, get you in their class, but I promise you, you leave his course, you will be an exponentially better shooter with technique and accuracy, 100%. It has been an awesome day, dude. How cool. Now,
You're going to have a lot of fun. And check out our YouTube channel, Instagram. It's all Long Range Shooters of Utah. Real easy to find. Facebook.
dude, it's so awesome. I'll tell you what, incredible. Now you need to hit the target at a mile.
I know, I gotta.
That is Bryce's sticker. You go through his class and you're gonna get a sticker for your vehicle that says you just completed the 1 mile milk jug. So on my plate out there, there was a standard milk jug connected to it. That was hit at 1 mile. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, never could have done it without Bryce. He's the man.